That's what we do at ATF. Keeping the American people safe from violent crime is our top priority. Every day, ATF partners with local, state, tribal, territorial, and federal law enforcement to disrupt, investigate, and refer for prosecution violent criminals. ATF is a small law enforcement agency with a huge mission. We embody the Department of Justice commitment to combating violent crime as a force multiplier with our state and local law enforcement partners. ATF employees bring to that partnership state-of-the-art tools and techniques aimed at protecting communities from firearm crime, while also respecting constitutional rights of individuals to keep and bear arms. We try to help catch bad guys in many different ways, just a couple or a few. For instance, by enforcing the national firearms laws as passed by Congress through an integrated law enforcement and regulatory strategy that prioritizes career criminals, violent gangs, criminal organization, and domestic and international firearms trafficking. Second, through our expertise in crime gun intelligence. For example, we operate the nation's only crime gun tracing facility and generate leads from there and from the National Integrated Ballistic Information Network, or NIBIN, to our law enforcement partners to help them in real time to solve firearm crimes and track the unlawful movement of firearms to those who shouldn't have them. Third, by developing and employing technology that enables the increasing ability to recover touch DNA from cartridge casings and crime guns. This is incredibly exciting in the law enforcement community. Fourth, by conducting proactive investigations into emerging threats for people who want to endanger the public by breaking the law, such as the unlawful manufacturing and distribution or sale of privately made firearms, and those privately made devices now increasingly include 3D printed machine gun conversion devices, a very serious law enforcement threat. Fifth, by processing the registration and transfer of firearms and items under the National Firearms Act. And sixth, and by no means last, by being the world's foremost experts in explosives and arson crimes, which help law enforcement everywhere. As a former federal prosecutor for over 2 decades under administrations of both parties, I know firsthand how important it is to address violent crime using evidence-based solutions. ATF uses the tools and resources Congress provides to do just that. Last year, Congress gave us some additional tools by passing the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act. That measure helps us to use new means and statutes to combat gun crime. Although ATF is already aggressively working to implement and enforce the BSCA, no additional funds have yet been appropriated for ATF to implement this new law. We are requesting resources to do that now, and the President's budget reflects ATF's needs in fighting violent crime. I go around the country and try to work with our partners in our offices. I am constantly asked by police chiefs, sheriffs, mayors, community leaders, business leaders from all over the country for more ATF resources. And they're all asking, and unfortunately, the vast majority of them are correct. We are a small agency. That's why I'm here today. ATF's critical role in combating violent crime with our state and local partners is dependent, of course, on Congress providing adequate funding to allow ATF to effectively implement the tools we have to support our law enforcement mission. ATF is thankful for the funding that Congress has appropriated this past fiscal year. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. This year's funding has allowed us to perform our important work and maintain strong relationships with our law enforcement partners so we can continue to support them in fighting violent crime every day. Mr. Chairman and members of the subcommittee, before I close, I just want to mention that tomorrow is the anniversary of a tragedy for our nation. On April 19, 1995, probably all remember where we were, Timothy McVeigh parked a rental truck in front of the Murrah Federal Building in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And the truck was actually a massive bomb, and it brought down a significant portion of the building, killing 168 innocent people, including 19 children. And countless more were injured by that terrorist act, including brave ATF employees who were at our offices in the building that day. And by the way, who got up and spent decades after that, continuing to work to fight violent crime. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to be present at the memorial ceremonies in Oklahoma City, marking the occasion and paying our respects, as I'm sure we all share, to those whose lives were lost or changed by that horrible day in 1995. Chairman Rogers, thank you very much for this invitation. Ranking Member Cartwright and members of the subcommittee. I look forward to answering the questions that you have. Thank you.